And I get that, because there's a lot to be angry about right now. There's a lot to be upset about. There's a lot to be despondent about in the trajectory of this country. Patterns are setting in the life of this country that have the darkest echoes in the history of our country and in the history of civilization. But it was Dr. King who reminded us that darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that.
That's right.
And in a room like this, I see a chance to lift each other up, to show rather than tell where our country ought to be and what our president ought to be like,
Right.
as an alternative to this horror show we have right now in Washington. And the thing I want to leave you with is that being involved in politics in any way is an act of hope.
Yeah.
Running for office is an act of hope. Sending money to somebody running for office is an act of hope.
We're hopeful.
Staying on your feet in a crowded venue and listening to somebody running for office is an act of hope. We are building a community that thinks all of this is worth it. Not because we are naive. On the contrary, because we are so alive to the cost of not doing something.
Right. Yes.
But we also have great grounds for hope. And in my own lifetime, I've seen what some of those grounds for hope are. And if you're wondering whether it is worth being hopeful today about our future, if you're wondering whether politics and political processes and the decisions made by people in those white buildings in Washington can ever do any good, tomorrow morning, and I'm saying this to you as somebody whose marriage could not have existed in my home state as recently as 5 years ago, as somebody who could not have served openly on the first day I set foot at the Navy facility by the airport here. Tomorrow morning, if you feel like it, you can go to a newsstand and you can grab a copy of Time magazine. And you can see the headline, First Family. And you're going to see a picture of a man and his husband.